everybody, it is Thursday, and we have trivia. And here's the thing that's amazing. It's just gotten impressive is what's happening. We actually have a guest host. That's how big of a deal we are right now. Yeah, like usually we are fighting to get people to come play trivia with us. Today we had someone famous. I'm just going to go ahead and say famous. Say, hey, you know what? I'd like to co-host your show. And I was like, oh, I don't even know how I would do that. Luckily, it lined up perfectly because Caitlin and went and did like a procedure, and she's very tired because they give you drugs to make you very tired. So everybody say hello to Reese. She is our guest host of the night. Reese is very talented, multi-instrumentalist, a variety show star, coming to a stage near you at your Renaissance festivals. She is bawdy, she is lovely, and she's known worldwide for burlesque, or at least like countrywide. I'd say countrywide. Did you do it in, huh? Yeah, did you do it in Germany? I remember you were, okay, see? Worldwide. That's what I'm saying. Known worldwide. So, welcome. Everybody say hi to Reese. Well done. Yes. The wave. I like it. Reese, tell us a little bit about you. What kind of things, what did I miss? And how would people find out more about you if they wanted to like follow you and listen to stuff and support you? As we've all done, right? I feel like it went very strange all of a sudden because we used to know exactly what we were doing, and then we were like, we're a new thing. We're doing a brand new thing now, and we don't know what it is. Let's see. How is it? We've got first. Nico's here first. Mordecai second. Emily third. Mike O'Brien is here. Sound issues. What's happening, Mike O'Brien? Explain to us, because we're hearing things great. What are you hearing that's weird or strange? What do I need to do different? Did I mess something up? Let's see. Oh, Emily's getting a second vaccine. That's pretty great. We were monkeying with things a little earlier, so there's a chance that I've screwed something up royally. The folks over on Twitch who aren't there, can you hear? Let's see. Not hearing any of the Zoom stuff. Interesting. Okay, I would have expected you to hear the Zoom stuff. What did I break? That's really the question of it all sometimes. I think I put everything back to the way it was, but you know what? I've got a magic thing that does that for me. So I'm going to go to trivia and flip it back that way and make sure I have a... Yeah, I've got a default gnome. When anything's going sideways, I just go and magically push it all over into default. It's great. All right. Does that fix it? First of all, Mike, I'll keep monkeying with it. But, oh, you know what it is? I got it. I know what I need to do. That didn't fix it. Then this definitely does. Right? Yeah, that's the thing I wanted. There we go. That'll fix it, right? I think. Yeah, that'll fix it. That's the thing that we needed. There we go. I've fixed the Zoom. So I have ruined the introduction. You know what? I'm handing it back over to Reese because only people apparently who heard that were on Zoom. So Reese, tell us once again. You're a professional vagabond. What does that include? What do you do if I want to go see a Reese perform? What can I expect? Intimate. Yes. Mm-hmm. Now that I'm thinking about it, because this should have. So if I, let's see, if I go back to where we were better here. And then I change this guy to also do that.
Did you try turning it off and on again?
Yeah, I mean, well, so this should absolutely make the Zoom listenable. Like, people should hear the Zoom. But I'm not sure if I can make the Zoom be heard all of the time. I mean, I can. I'm sure that I can. I just need to go and figure out the thing I need to do to make that happen. All right. So first of all, we have to find out if theoretically I'm correct. Mike, did I do it? Okay, we fixed it. Mike is right. We got that. And then I think on my main theme, everybody's going to learn how to do this this fun little thing we like to consider that we like to call streaming. You will know what to do by the end of all of this. I just need to add the source of the audio. How do I now do that? There, I had an audio source. I should be able to just turn it on. This shouldn't be that difficult. All right, that is very strange. I don't know why that is acting differently, but for some reason it won't give me the Zoom audio, which is on purpose. On purpose is the the whole idea that I'm supposed to be able to quiet down the Zoom folks when we have the question up. But I really want to hear Reese. That's the thing. I tried some other things. Zoom just dropped from Twitch. Yeah, I was trying something. What are you showing us? Human robot interaction. A book.
We sounded like robots, so I'm reading up on how to fix it.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's really nice of you to do that. Let's see if we even have enough people. That's the thing that we really need to figure out.
Perhaps the robots are fucking with you right now, Keith.
It could be. And you know what I can do is I can also show the questions a little bit less and then and jump back over here when I'm done with it. So when I'm reading it, I can have it out, and then people can do we can do the answers while we're seeing everybody, which is really probably the nice thing to do. So let's go down. We have Nico, who got first. Mordecai got second. Emily got third. So points on the board already, assuming we have enough people. But it looks like we've got a bunch of people. So that feels like we have got a pretty good shot here. Let's see. Mike O'Brien is there. Melissa, I'm seeing. And then Craig. Cool. We haven't seen Craig in a while. Craig, how you doing? Aren't you out and about in the country? Mordecai again. Let's see. Any new folks from there? Smiles. Otherwise known as Diana. I think that's might be all of it. You just are all super talkative because you're helping me out with it. Oh, we do have Ian. I got that. And anyone that I'm missing, I'm just seeing those folks right now. So we do have some people that need to jump on still. We've got 8. We can't count Reese because that's a co-host, right? That's not one of the numbers. So, but yeah, there we go. Reese, yeah, you should look at the other chat so you can, it's in the stream there if you want to see it, or you can jump on any of the other streaming things. Any of that is something that you'll want to check out.
It's such a small screen. This is going to be fun. I suspect that you were surrounded by a wall of screens, Keith, is what I picture you in your home office.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely have. Let me show you, because usually, so when I'm working, I've got like the laptop down here that I put up, but then we've got the big screen there, and we've got another screen there with chat. So yeah, there's all kinds of things all around.
You know, that camera didn't show us anything, right?
It
totally
didn't.
did.
No, it showed
Yeah.
us the camera.
Look at that. Oh, it didn't show it to you because that's the other camera. I was showing the stream. Here, I'll show you. I also have multiple cameras
Oh my God.
because you have to have them to make it work. So yeah, that's the other problem. There's actually 3 webcams as well. It just,
Oh.
these are the things you got to do. These are things you've learned. All right. So, what did we end up going with? We said that, it is an intimate show. That's what you said.
Yes.
It tends to be for the people who really enjoy in art, people who really enjoy laughing, people who really enjoy
Shouting
else?
things.
what's that?
People who enjoy shouting things.
Shouting things.
Yes, that's one of my specialties is audience participation.
What are some of the things someone would shout at a show like yours?
Well, one of the most popular things to shout at one of my shows is slut.
That sounds like our crew. I feel like
Yeah.
you've made friends just in a moment. One word, and they're like, "Oh, you're our people."
That's
I
right.
promise I will never yell at you to put your clothes on.
Unless it's appropriate. I mean, like if I'm sleepwalking in the middle of the street.
I don't know, maybe not even then.
So you're not to be trusted, is what I'm hearing. Okay.
Yeah.
You can absolutely get the Salt Life sticker
Yeah.
in that exact same thing, but it says Slut Life.
Oh, I was wondering. I was
Yes.
hoping
exists.
someone would do that.
Yeah, it
Because every
exists.
time I look at it, I kind of see Slut Life.
Yes, exactly. Right. Brutal has one. So
So yeah,
I should
they're-
say whore life. It's a little bit different.
I think it. No, that's great. Nico would probably, if you were sleepwalking down the middle of the street naked, Nico
I would
would
just
probably
join
be
you,
like,
though.
"Strut it, like just work it, girl."
Nice.
I'll just join you so you wouldn't feel so alone. I'd be like, all right, that's what we're doing now.
All right, this is a thing. I hope this is legal. It's in a bunch of states now, though.
Yeah.
Do you know this?
Yeah.
Do you have the list?
Don't think I have the list. I just know we're still doing the naked bike ride in Portland because it doesn't exist there.
It's like
yeah, I mean,
yeah. What
it's
is it?
legal in Vermont.
Yeah, it's like 37 states or something. You can go topless, no problem. Just
Oh
roll
no,
out.
no, Vermont, you can just
Yeah.
as long as you're nude when you leave the house, it's
I-
legal.
We talked about this at some point. So it's illegal to take your clothes off in public in
Yeah.
Vermont.
Yeah,
But if you leave your house stark naked, you're good.
you're good.
Which seems to be hard to prove in a court of law.
I think the law goes back to like when people were bathing in the river because we're a country.
Yeah, but it seems like to go to a court of law and try to prove like they're like, well, when we picked them up, they were holding their clothes. So obviously they got naked and you're like, oh no, I brought these. These I
I
was,
know.
So
It's a
in New
nuance.
Orleans,
It's a nuance.
yeah.
in New Orleans, we do the World Naked Bike Ride as well, of course. And
Yeah.
and the laws on nudity in New Orleans are flexible sometimes.
Oh,
NOPD is a terrible police force, except for crowd control. That's what they excel at. And so we show up at the World Naked Bike Ride, and a good friend of mine who she had some fake, pretty realistic fake plastic nipples
okay.
that she put on as pasties.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, and so from a distance, it doesn't look like she's got anything on, and so NOPD escorts that ride. But you know, the cop comes over and he's like, "Ma'am, you need to put on a," and he gets close enough to see that she has fake nipples over her real nipples, and goes, "Never mind." It turned around to
I would have taken them off and just handed it to him. I'm like, oh, here, you mean you need these? Here, you can have.
And then he's like, got you. Now I can give you a ticket because those are real
Right.
nipples.
right.
It
In
was
New Orleans, body paint is considered not topless.
Oh, cool. Excellent. So is it, you know how like, have you ever done the thing where like you see somebody's parking meter has like expired. And so as you walk by, you throw a quarter in because you're like, that person doesn't deserve to have a rough day. Right. I wonder if there's just somebody like in the French Quarter with just a bucket of paint, just like just in case. Like this just
Spray paint bottle. just
Yeah.
ready
so like as somebody's like flashing and a cop's like, hey, you can do and like solved. Thank you, kind stranger.
Just a public service then. Yeah.
All right, so well, here's the thing. It doesn't look like we have enough people, I don't think, to do the full show, which means we can do whatever we want. So usually very structured. We're very adamant about it being very tightly run. You know, we've got time limits. When there's not enough people, we can do whatever the hell we feel like doing. So I just want to run down and make sure that we didn't miss anyone. Nico, Mordecai, Emily, Mike O'Brien, Melissa, Craig, Diana, and Ian, I see. And there's also a Shaggy that has just joined, although kind of after the
You didn't count me.
the time limit. Oh, Danny, you're also here. Okay, so Danny
What about
definitely.
me, Keith? What about me? I have a name, damn it.
What's your name?
I don't know right now. It's complicated gender shit. Okay, then.
I'm gonna write down naked in public. That's what I'm gonna. That's the name we're going with.
Wow.
It's legal. Just don't take your clothes with you.
I don't go out in public naked, dude. Knowing my luck,
Yeah.
there would be a freaking news reporter. I get a picture and I get like email from church going, no.
Oh, I have a good reporter at the wrong place and wrong time involving religion. So
Okay.
apparently at the Catholic University of America a couple of years ago, there was some sort of prank or something that these guys in this one dorm did, and everybody just mooned the quad at the same time. So they're all standing in the dorm windows with their naked asses facing the courtyard. Just so happens there was a reporter who took several pictures of naked asses in dorm windows at the Catholic University of America, and did not, I believe, go over well with like the diocese.
I can imagine. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be terribly popular. But
No, I did get that story day one of my employment at Catholic.
So, as a don't do this in your class, or what was it?
As a stranger things have happened story.
Oh, okay, good. So you have some leeway. All right. So what I really want to do, since we're not going to dive into our trivia tonight, we need a group of people that is larger than this. I'm gonna want to really focus on Reese. We can always have her back to co-host next week. That's always an option. But I know for a fact that she is a very talented musician and songwriter. We were gonna do a halftime show with a song. How would you feel about doing that anyway, even if we're not doing our trivia?
I could do 2 halftime songs because there's 2 halves in time.
One third.
Oh, no. A halftime show is several songs. You got plenty of time.
We need a song, and then we need a
Okay.
costume change,
Right.
and then we need another song. Right? That's how it
I'll
works.
just turn this shirt out inside out. All of my laundry's dirty. I don't do laundry.
And
anymore.
Nico's gonna be like, "Work it."
You don't need to do laundry. It's pandemic.
That's right.
So
Exactly.
where
I might
can
be wearing
people-
pants.
Obviously, people can't see you live right now. That's not a thing that anybody's doing.
No.
2
I
questions.
just turned down a Renaissance fair in Texas
What?
that I was thinking of maybe go do a weekend of
Yeah.
April, and then the governor did what the governor did, and I was like, sorry, no, hell no, no. I'd already been thinking to say no.
We have a whole site at our job. My job is at 3 sites, Baltimore, DC, and Dallas, Fort Worth. And I've been texting all my coworkers down there going, I'm so sorry about your governor. One of them was actually teaching class when I texted her, and she didn't know what had happened yet. And she got out of class and found out and was pissed.
No, I love it because this is absolutely, if you were to personify Texas as an individual, this is what that individual would do, right? It would celebrate before it got to the finish line. Like that person would block the goal and just be like, yeah, I blocked it. And then the ball would roll in behind him. Like,
And-
that's
and
exactly, that's Texas.
Usually when that happens, they turn the power off during, not before, but same vibe.
Right. It's,
Adrian says Texas is just the embodiment of Leroy Jenkins.
yeah, it really is.
Never ends.
We're all like, we've got
Let's
a
do
plan.
it.
There are vaccines coming out. Everybody's going to get one. All we have to do, if we just kind of wait through kind of the summer, we should be at a spot. And Texas is like, Leroy Jenkins! And you're like, oh no, God, damn it, Texas. Ah!
The fact that you and Adrian said it at the same time was awesome.
I think if you think about it, though, here's the good news, right? Using those same references, I have a feeling that Texas is going to draw all the aggro, right? So we should be good. Right? Is that how viruses work? I don't know.
Yes. Hopefully.
I feel like they're so lucky. And then maybe they'll make a movie about it.
Oh. Yeah, that would be good.
Is there a Leroy Jenkins movie?
There should be. It
Well,
just
no,
goes,
there's a War of the Warcraft movie, but it's probably terrible. I'm sure Leroy Jenkins makes an appearance.
I would rather see.
Leroy Jenkins does
Leroy
not
Jenkins
make an
story.
appearance in the Warcraft movie. The Warcraft movie does not necessarily follow the lore of the actual Warcraft story, but it was an entertaining movie in its essence. You know, I was not disappointed. Then again, I don't go as deep into the lore as some people, because when I play with Pat, he won't let me read the storyline.
I feel like if there was a Leroy Jenkins movie, it would just go straight to the credits, though.
Yeah.
Right? Be like, we're done, the end, woo! Nailed it, movie! And so, yeah, I don't know if it'd be worth going and seeing in theaters, but so Reese, I think that there's a setting in Zoom that says like use original audio. Do you see that one? When you hover over, it might say that or something. I've turned it on, and it may turn it on for you, but I'm not sure.
Where's that setting?
I usually see it in like the upper left-hand corner when I hover over stuff, but Jared Griffin has joined us. Unfortunately, a little late for us to kind of get started with the normal show, but we also had other people join. Gordon McCracken. What we need to do, apparently, is have the show at 7:30. That's what I'm understanding.
No, you have the show at 7:30, but you tell everybody it's step 7.
That's what we do. We just don't go live. We just have a picture of fish in an aquarium for a half hour. And then we come on 7:30 and we go, oh my God, so sorry we're late, everybody. Just got caught up. There was traffic, and then we run right into it. But unfortunately, if we start at 7 and we wait to 7:15 for enough people, it doesn't seem to work out. I don't know why that is. Leo the cat is being so extra right now. What is Leo the cat doing? Oh, I don't know what's going
As
on.
I'm mute. He just keeps like sitting on my lap, getting up, pawing at the screen, going over here, he just is not happy about anything right now. He just wants me to turn this off and do something else.
I don't blame the cat. I would turn this off and do something else as well, except I would listen to Reese's song first because it's way worth it. So what are you going to play?
So this one's got some audience participation. I'm gonna play you another one later, okay? I'll play that song later, because if I lead with the slut song, there's really nowhere to go from there.
Okay, so we're going to wrap back around with sluts afterwards.
Yes.
Which is words everyone wants to hear. So
Right.
I think it's good.
Yeah. So this song has become extra, I don't know, extra poignant during the pandemic, I bet. So there's audience participation. I will cue y'all. Everybody make sure you're muted, though, because otherwise it's going to get real confusing for me.
The delay will be weird. Okay. But you
Yeah,
can shout it at home. Just
Yes, I want
stay
I
muted.
want to see you shouting it.
Okay. We can do that.
Nice. All right. Can you hear this okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm going to take one of these off so I can hear myself still. I feel like this is the We Are the World, Where Are the Children, where they're holding one
Yeah. Oh, I like it.
their ear. Yeah. This is nothing like that. When we first met, my world was shattered. 1,000 lovely pieces on the floor were scattered. Personal space, it hardly mattered. By your constant adoration, I was flattered. I must admit, I egged you on. In the beginning, afternoon delight went well into the morn. But as the first flush has worn off, this silken road has gotten bumpy. Now your everlasting presence has me feeling awful grumpy. How can I miss you if you won't sawed off? And then that's the part where you all yell, sawed off.
Oh, we say sawed off right there. All right.
Yes, yeah,
Right
yeah.
after
So
you say sawed off, we roll in with sawed off.
that's right. So
Okay,
we'll try
I got
this
it.
again here. All right. How can I miss you if you won't sawed off?
Sawed off!
You know my love for you burns hotter than a flaming Molotov, but you are all the time all over me, like sour cream on stroganoff. How can I miss you if you won't sawed off?
Sawed off!
In show business, there is a rule. You've gotta keep 'em wanting more, or you are just a fool. At the hip, it appears we've been cemented, and with a sledgehammer cannot seem to be dented. I must admit, I egged you on. In the beginning, afternoon delight went well into the morn. But as the first flush has worn off, I am feeling awful itchy. Now your everlasting presence has me feeling somewhat uncomfortable. How can I miss you if you won't sawed off?
Sawed off!
You know my love for you burns hotter than a flaming Molotov, but you are all the time all over me, like sour cream on stroganoff. How can I miss you if you won't sawed off?
Sawed off!
One balmy night, you turn the tables. I rolled over just to kiss your lips like I was always able, but you weren't there. When I found you and I asked you if you'd hold me at a 10-foot pole's arm length, you sternly told me, how can I miss you if you won't sawed off?
Sawed off!
You know my love for you burns hotter than a flaming Molotov, but you are all the time all over me, like sour cream on stroganoff. How can I miss you if you won't sawed off?
Sawed off!
How can I miss you if you won't sawed off?
Sawed off!
How can I miss you if you won't sawed off? Sawed off,
All right, good job.
Thank you.
Nice.
Nicely done. Everybody, look at this. So the thing that I need, there are people shouting it in the chat too. I just want to point that out, that there's shouting at a text level as well.
Awesome.
Gordon had jumped in.
Wonderful.
So one thing that people might not know about you is you actually have several different acts, right? Reese
Well-
being the person I know and love and who has borne all of these other things out into the world. So you have music that is Reese Pontiff, right?
Mhm.
Where would this count as that?
This is a crossover tune. So
Oh.
when I started my Renaissance Fair act, her name is Bettina Vaudeville.
Uh-huh.
Body meets vaudeville. Vaudeville. And so sometimes at first Bettina Vaudeville was covering Reese Pontiff songs.
Okay.
And that's actually technically a Bettina Vaudeville song that Reese Pontiff covers.
So when we just heard it, was that a Reese Pontiff cover or was that a A Vaudeville.
That was a Reese Punnett cover of a Bettina Vaudeville song.
Gotcha. And how would it?
We have worked together.
Have you? Oh, okay.
On Reese Punnett at the beginning of lockdown. I made a song. I'll track it down and I'll put it in the Facebook comments. A link to it.
Oh yes, do that.
Bettina Vaudeville gave Reese Punnett a little cameo in a music video about. All the Rennies did Total Eclipse of the Heart parodies at the beginning of lockdown. So this is her parody.
Is this the same one? I remember there was also a song about being a single performer.
Yes.
Yeah, this is.
So instead of, solo act was my. Hold on, I'll put it. If y'all are on the Facebook thing, I'll a little link to that there.
It should show up to everybody. I think it kind of redistributes.
Put it in Facebook?
Yeah, if you put it in Facebook, I think it redistributes it around. I could be wrong on that. It definitely shows up on the stream, so if you type it from the stream there, you'll see it. Once it goes live, I'm not seeing it. Did you type it in already?
No, I have to find it.
You
I'm
gotta
not
find it
at all. Come on now.
But I thought I thought it was a great video that you did. You did all the production yourself. You wrote the song. You did all the recording, everything like that. And there it is. We've got the YouTube. Go check that out, everybody. And but I thought it was actually there's kind of a really interesting and sobering point to it as well, which is how this entire pandemic has affected music in general, but also somebody who's a single artist, you don't have all of the other people around you from your band. You have to kind of survive on your own. So you already started with some isolation and then it just kind of got worse.
Right. And it's a double-edged sword. Being a solo act is very freeing. I don't know if you know this, Keith, but musicians on the whole, with some exceptions like yourself and me, are flaky motherfuckers. So as a solo act, I don't have to deal with that, which is pretty nice. It's freeing. I play a ukulele, I don't play the upright bass, right? I play a ukulele, it's me in a tiny case, and away we go. And I write all my own stuff, and so I don't have to do any other paperwork with anybody else even. But the flip side of that is like, if I make a mistake on stage, there's nothing to cover that up. It's just me making a mistake on stage. And it's lonesome, sometimes I don't get the camaraderie in the same way that group acts do. So, or like the motivation. I'm bad about rehearsing if there's not been a gig. So it's the fact that I made no mistakes on that song is pretty amazing.
You nailed it. I thought it went really well. And I think the other thing that's really fascinating and kudos to you for this is that you also have to kind of be your own critic, right? Like, and that's difficult in two different ways. One is that it's easy to kind of be your worst critic and just be like, I'm never going to put anything out because nothing is good enough. But the opposite is also true, where you could just be like, you know what, it's probably close enough, and not put the time and effort and really like get it refined. So finding that like balance on your own is really difficult. And I think sometimes people who haven't had to do performing and haven't had to do it on a solo level don't appreciate kind of how difficult that is.
I struggle more with my serious songs than my funny songs. Like, I started turning my pain into comedy at a very young age. So, and I have a critical ear for comedy. I'm totally tooting my own horn here. But when it comes to my serious songs, like, I assume nobody wants to hear them and that they just came to hear me, to yell slut or sawed off or whatever at the show. But then I play a sad song and later people come up and say, that was the best song you played tonight. Okay.
All right.
I'm not able to, when I bear my emotions, I assume everyone's like, oh, shut the fuck up and get to the funny stuff.
No, I you know what I think is great about your act is that there's a breadth of different emotions that happen, right? Like, I would say that probably at like the Renaissance Fair side of thing, you're probably more body, more comedy, things like that. But then when we get to see the Reese Punnett side, we get all of those fun moments, but we also get to kind of dive into that more serious and sad side. And I think that makes everything more stark, right? It makes the laughter like more valuable and more poignant when there's also, pain alongside of it. So not a lot of people, I think, can run the gambit like that. And that's what's impressive.
Well, thanks.
So if I wanted to go and I assume that your slut song is not going to be one of the sad songs. So
I mean, it actually is. Like, so here's the thing. If you really listen to the words of all of my funny songs, they're actually depressing as shit.
So
You
where
might
would I
laugh,
go?
though, while you're thinking that.
Where would I go to listen to some of the songs that are on the serious side?
You can go to reeseponif.com. Here, I'll put a little link in the comments here. And you can read some of my writing, and you can listen to some of my music there. You could like buy albums of mine digitally.
Which is one of the ways. Is there any other way that people could support you and other artists during kind of this pandemic times? If it's something that people have the wherewithal to be able to do?
I am not great about running Patreon or any of that. I know a lot of people who are successfully doing that, and I appreciate that they're doing that. Or like the coffee. I haven't opted on any of that. But buying albums would be excellent. So just so everybody knows, if you don't already know, that streaming services are an awesome way for us as listeners to listen to music. But unless you're the Rolling Stones, you don't make shit as a musician off of there. I've got my check for $2 every year coming in from all the streaming services. So it's nice to be listened to. But if you really want to support small musicians or like indie musicians, streaming them is not the way to do it. Buy their albums, buy their merch. That's the way to support them.
Yeah, go to live shows when they are back, and you can actually do that. So that's fantastic. And if people want to see you live, you're saying that the main places that you've been going are Renaissance fairs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So once the world becomes normal again, local
Right.
Renaissance fairs, place to check you out?
I got my start in the Renaissance Fair world when I was a teenager on local casts. At first, the original Virginia Renaissance Fair, which had that beautiful site for like 5 years.
They had a
down in-
boat. They had a whole like big boat there. I remember. Yeah,
in
that was really cool.
Fredericksburg. Yeah, and then I worked at the Maryland Renaissance Fair on local cast for 2 years, and I just went back on the circuit. For part of the year, I work like at a booth or selling roses, and then the other part I'm playing music. So I did sell roses at Maryland Renaissance Fair like 3 seasons ago. That was pretty fun. It was like a homecoming, and I still knew a ton of people there. So
That's pretty awesome.
it was fun.
And did you say you performed at the Maryland Renaissance Festival? Is that
25 years ago. Yeah.
25 years ago? So how do we petition them to make them have you there?
Oh man, I will look up the entertainment director's email address and have you bombard them. Because
I'm just saying, like,
every
we
year,
have a
I'm
bunch
like-
of people who are bored and have email addresses.
nice. Yeah. Oh man, I'll totally post your email address in the comments here. I'm into this idea. If you want to write Carolyn Spedden at the Maryland Renaissance Fair and tell her you want to see Bettina Bonneville or Reese Pontiff, she knows who I am. I've hassled her enough as an adult. She knows who I am.
Rob, do you have a plan? You had to look like you might be hatching a plan.
No, I heard her say Maryland Renaissance Festival 25 years ago, and I thought, oh, we were going there then. And there was this really cool band called Iona, I think. Do you
Mhm.
remember them?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I wonder if I saw you.
Maybe.
Did you ever buy a flower?
I don't remember. I usually that was an exercise in having fun, so there was debauchery usually involved. So
Well, Reese happens to be drawn to debauchery, so that's probably right near where she was.
maybe we were at the White Hart Tavern together at the same time. You know.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was definitely drinking at the White Hart Tavern before one was supposed to be drinking at the White Hart Tavern.
Yeah, at the pub sing at the end of the night. I'm sure you both were there. Not-
Some old guy in a kilt with a bagpipe probably was trying to make me dance or something.
That's always how
Sounds
it
just
is.
like the White Hart Tavern, yes.
Doesn't it?
What we like to call a Tuesday at the White Hart Tavern.
It's
All
only
right,
on
so
the
this
weekends,
is
Keith.
great. Does anyone? What was that, Reese?
Only on the weekends, Keith.
Well, no, I'm sure there's still people there. I believe that there is actually people who just live there. It's like It's like, you know how your elementary school teachers, you were sure that they just like lived in the closet of the classroom. That's what I think of the Renaissance Festival.
The patron questions about living road life on the Renaissance Fair are intense and often stupid.
I just love the people that are now like doing all the alternate costumes now. Like there was a group of people who showed up as like a group of Doctor Who's, like, and different things like that. Those are the ones that make me the most happy. Does anyone at the Zoom have a question for Reese? I'll open up the floor. No one, really. A creative group. I figured somebody, if we were doing an Ask Me Anything, I figured there would be at least one. Ian, I'm a little disappointed in you, I'll be honest.
Was you building a table?
I'm taking it apart.
Okay. Yeah.
He put it together earlier tonight, and it's like Legos.
It's a hobby.
My
Really
basement
coming
was
along.
flooded about 2 months ago, so I'm clearing everything out
Flooded with what, Ian?
with farty water.
Farty water.
Ooh.
The worst kind of water.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to make a joke about how I specialize in flooding basements, but if it was farty water, I retract the joke.
Yeah.
I
Farty
believe
water.
in you. All right. Well, in that case, since nobody else has any probing questions about you and your talents, we've gotten ReesePontiff.com. Reese looks like, is there a dot there? No, just ReesePontiff.com.
Yeah.
You can find out about all the things that she's doing there. And don't forget to check out the video that she put up there where she collaborated with herself, which is pretty awesome. So let's do this. Let's blow our load. It is where you going, Smiles?
I have a question, actually.
Oh, you have a question.
Ooh.
I do. I kind of want to know, like, what are musicians doing to survive in a COVID world? Like, how has it impacted you and sort of the indie industry, right? The indie music industry.
You mean outside going on ridiculous trivia shows? Is that?
Yes. Well, I think this is cool. So, just coming up doesn't necessarily have to be a,
While Reese is answering this, everybody in the chat, there's an email address and what you need to tell that person. Just go click on that and send an email that says you'd really like to see her at the Ren Fair once it opens again. We're doing this. We're doing a letter writing campaign, everybody.
Yes. Excellent.
Help us out.
We've been needing one of these for years.
All right, so Reese, what kinds of, how have you pivoted away from live music in order, to still continue doing music and getting out there?
So I am fortunate in that I have a diversified portfolio of shit I can do. And also unlike, say, especially on the Renaissance Fair circuit, where like poverty is a real thing on the circuit and people are living like weekend to weekend, paycheck to paycheck, a lot of people. I'm fortunate that I don't fall into that category because I can do a lot of different stuff. And music is one of my lines and not the only line that I have. And the Renaissance Fair is not the only thing I do. So I have managed to keep myself afloat mainly by having some money already. And I'm the kind of musician where I play music because I enjoy interfacing with the audience, and I'm not that interested in just doing streaming shows. I did one that was kind of a pre-tape for a Renaissance Fair thing, and that was fun because we all chatted together in the comments while it was playing. But that's the only thing I've done.
Have you been able to do any live shows? Like,
no, I mean, so I've been offered gigs and I've said hell no. Like,
oh wow.
yeah,
There are outdoor venues though. Like there's a place up here in Delaware called Dew Point, and they have a huge field and they have circles drawn on the grass where you can sit, one family can be here, the next one in that circle, and then they're far away. And I mean, there's ways to adapt, but it's your comfort level,
Well, and if I didn't know that venue and I had to drive to Delaware to be there, would I do it? without like sight unseen, without any recommendations for anybody.
There may be other places that do it too.
But that's what I'm saying is
How do you
like
find them is the
first
question.
me finding that spot and then me
Yeah.
saying that they're actually doing the right thing and not just paying lip
That's
service.
right. It's called out complex now.
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard enough just booking gigs on a normal year for a solo act because not only am I my own songwriter, I play all the music, I write all the music, I set up my own gear, I haul my own gear, I drive myself everywhere, I do all my own publicity, I do all my own booking.
You're your own agent. Yeah.
I am my own agent and my own PR person. So that's, it's a lot. And it's, I mean, I'm not going to lie that my spirits have faltered a little bit during this pandemic. And I started playing piano in May. I've played basically every day since May. That has been my big accomplishment that keeps me feeling like I did nothing.
So we talked about buying albums. We talked about, buying merch and things like that. Are there other ways that people can support you in a non-monetary way in terms of being able to kind of boost that spirit or be able to pitch in some way? Like if people are listening to this show right now and they're like, man, that's a lot of fun. And I'd love to see her play. We pointed out, like, we have an email address in the chat that right now, please, everybody, go click that email address and say that you'd like to see Reese at the Maryland Renaissance Festival. But are there other things that people can keep their eye out for and contact you about, or other places that people can write to or support you in ways by just helping give you a bigger voice?
So Keith and I have actually been talking about this that as artists and musicians, maybe especially musicians, I suspect.
Oh, here it is. I get that.
But Facebook and such, Facebook has started monetizing their fan pages so much that they pretty much, without you giving them money, without the artist or the person running that page giving Facebook money, they won't post your things. They won't put it in front of other people without you boosting the post. So if you see a musician friend that has posted a thing, like, don't just hit a like on it, repost it, because that is the only way that those of us who aren't the Rolling Stones can get our music on social media. Facial media? That's a different media altogether.
We should launch that.
Oh yeah, we can make a lot of money with that.
Shaggy says he does an open mic online sometimes.
Nice.
Shaggy, is that something maybe you'd like to have Reese on if she was available for booking? Look at this. We're booking you all over the place. We're going to get you in the Maryland Renaissance Festival. We've got you on online open mics. We're going to get you in a field in Delaware. There's just so much happening right now.
Yes, good times.
Completely not paying. I would love to do a table read of Rocky Horror Picture Show with you.
Nice. That sounds fun. I'm into that.
There you go.
Doesn't that sound like fun? We need to get some scripts and make it happen.
Wait,
Done.
who do I get to play?
I'm in.
Ooh, I don't know who has the best songs to sing.
Ooh.
Oh, would you right? Like,
Can I be Meatloaf?
yes, you can.
Nice.
It's a
I make a
smaller
really
part.
good drag king.
Love. Hey.
That's right. Actually, if I was gonna have knuckle tattoos, it would say Tutu Rage.
Nice. Anyway, that-
We have someone who hasn't been to Rocky Horror here.
Oh yeah, it looks like Emily
I've
has never
been
seen
to,
Rocky Horror
haven't
Picture Show.
seen, know some of the references, got the general gist, but know one song. But yeah, that's it. That's my entire experience with Rocky Horror. I was going to go in
And
big.
Virgin, legit.
Yeah.
I was going to go to a live show of it on Halloween night in Binghamton one year, and the line was around the block and it was freezing. So I said,
It would have been a really fun line to hang out in.
Yeah.
please do not watch it without without someone who knows at least some of the lines.
If you're just gonna watch it for like, you're gonna be like, why is this a thing?
Yeah,
I
it's
watched it twice. I watched it the first time on Dilaudid because I had some medical emergency and I was drugged up. And my friends were like, "Oh no, it will be better while you're on Dilaudid." The second time
Not
I watched it, it was like new because I'm like, I have absolutely no memory of watching this with you guys the first time. They're like, "That's good." I'm like, I don't remember what happened. They're like, "That's fine. That's fine. You don't have to worry about
It
it."
doesn't matter.
Well, the funny thing is that like I have been doing the time warp since I was in 5th grade before I even
Me
ever
too.
saw that movie, right? Ever. It was just
Oh,
like a thing.
I've
Me too.
done the time warp. I've danced it. I've sung it. I know that whole thing. I got
Yeah,
nothing.
then you get old and you watch the movie and you're like, I don't know if I should have been doing this in 5th grade. Like, this is really appropriate. Like,
Yeah,
We
the
did
post-
lots of
that's
things.
it. I gotta give that away.
I actually did the time warp for my 5th grade. Since speaking of 5th grade talent show. We did.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yay.
Scandalized babies.
Gordon says
Yeah.
he saw Rocky Horror in the 70s at the Key Theater in Georgetown, which probably was a
Nice.
hoot. That had to be
Nice.
crazy. We actually opened for a cast of Rocky Horror Picture Show once. My old band did, and we did I think we did a medley of some tunes from Rocky Horror Picture Show, and in the middle of the medley, we went into Sweet Transvestite, and unbeknownst to both the woman who I was dating, who was in the cast, or anyone else in the cast, I ripped my shirt open and had a corset underneath, and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" And my band was like,
Awesome.
"What is happening?" I hadn't
You-
told anyone. It was great.
You have to do this at a burn now, you know.
now we insist on seeing this corset.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it probably
Right.
was never the same after that.
our
Was it
local
your corset,
theater.
or did you borrow said corset?
I borrowed a corset. Yeah.
Right.
From
Yeah.
whom?
From, I don't remember now. Maybe it was the woman I was dating did know about it, and I borrowed her. Maybe that hers. That might have been it. But it was
My
like an old
local-
one.
my
I
local
was also
theater
a bit
featured
thinner. Thank you
bands.
very much. I would just like to point out that I've been different sizes throughout my life, and they weren't all big.
That's not. I just having a corset on underneath clothes under lighting for a long time is probably not a corset you necessarily want to receive back.
What are you talking about? It is beautifully musty now. It was an old one, I think, that she was planning on getting rid of at the time anyway. So that was why we came up with the plan, and then I just double-sided taped my shirt shut so that I could rip it open really easily. It was pretty great.
Well
I
thought
was-
out.
Oh, it was so great.
Classic.
The look on everybody's faces because nobody knew it was going to happen. They were like, "Oh, this is nice. They're doing a medley," and then they were like, "Oh Lord, that is a hairy man in a corset."
Oh.
And I was like, "Success."
Nice. Nice.
All right, let's close this out with the only way that I can imagine is the right way to close this out, with us shouting "slut." That seems like how we should probably finish all of our trivia shows, but definitely tonight's trivia show. Give us the instructions, Reese. What do we do?
Okay, so I'm going to use the word slut rather liberally in this song.
Yeah.
Are there any sluts in the audience? Yes, that's right. Slut pride. I'm quick.
I don't think Rob
Everybody
had his
should
hand
mute
up.
your
I'm just saying.
microphones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Diana
yes.
and I
Yes,
Diana and I
there's a-
share a secret.
It's not a secret anymore.
What are you saying, Rob?
Not that. I texted you when I got here because I had that
No, I know.
FFL.
All right.
Mute your mic, Rob.
All right. So when I say the word slut, I need you all to yell the word slut back at me. We can do this preliminary one. Actually, everybody turn their microphones on.
Mic's on, everybody, just to make sure we get it right. Okay.
Right. Let's do a little check. All right. So when I say slut, you need to yell the word slut back at me. So slut.
Slut back at you.
Slut.
Slut back at you.
Keith, I will jump through this fucking camera.
Oh, I thought that was the instructions.
All right. One more time. Slut.
Slut.
All right. Very good. So, all right. Now everybody mute your microphone.
Now muting.
Oh Rhythm. Well, word on the street is you're a terrible slut. A terrible slut.
Slut.
Terrible slut. Emily, mute.
Slut.
Terrible slut.
What?
Because you won't fuck me. Yes, word on the street is you're a terrible slut.
Slut.
A terrible slut.
Slut.
A terrible slut.
Slut.
A terrible slut.
Slut.
Because you won't fuck me. I was hoping to sample the motion of your ever-loving ocean, but I think that ship has sailed without me. Because back of me was a strapping boy, and I thought your mama taught you how to share your toys, but I get the feeling you'd rather go climb a tree. And word on the street is you're a terrible slut.
Slut.
A terrible slut.
Slut.
A terrible slut.
Slut.
A terrible slut.
Slut.
Because you won't fuck me. Yes, word on the street is you're a terrible slut.
Slut.
A terrible slut.
Slut.
A terrible slut.
Slut.
A terrible slut.
Slut.
Because you won't fuck me. I was thinking you could fill my jelly roll like them fancy chefs on them television shows, but you're not enough pudding and you're too much crust, just like DuPont Circle, everybody. And I wouldn't mind being on the burner and back if every now and then you'd fluff my flour sack, but I think this recipe is simply a bust. Well, I am so perplexed by this pickle, this predicament, because you think I'm pretty and I think you're pretty as you're loving already left. I was a day earlier, $1 short, and our intentions were all well meant. All I want's a good time, but waiting for you may not be time well spent. Because word on the street is you're a terrible slut. A terrible slut. A terrible slut. A terrible slut. Because you won't fuck me. Last chance, everybody. Well, word on the street is you're a terrible slut. A terrible slut. A terrible slut. A terrible slut. Because you won't fuck me. Won't fuck me.
Very nicely done. Yes, Reese Pontiff. Everybody. One more time for all the people who have joined us late. Perhaps if they have joined us late, I don't even know. How do we get in touch with you? What can we do to support you and your amazing slut works?
You can go to my website at reesepontiff.com, which there are there's some linky posted in the chat comments. And also you can find Reese Pontiff Music on Facebook. And also Bettina Vaudeville has a Facebook page. And share, God damn it, share the music. Not just me, all of your indie musician faves, share their music on your social media pages. And that is how you will support us.
All right, that is it, everybody. That is an entire show. Unfortunately, did not have enough people to do trivia tonight, but hopefully next week we will have enough people. We did have our special guest, Reese Pontiff. Once again, go check her out at reesepontiff.com. She is all across this great nation once this great nation opens up again, and that doesn't count Texas. And you may see her or internationally. I know that she's been in Europe and have been in Africa and things like that. So there's places that if you are listening to us right now from a place that is not the United States, there's a chance that you could coerce Reese Pontiff to your country to come perform and also just eat your food. So there's lots of things. Yeah.
I'm part Time Lord on my mother's side. So
You're part, what was it?
I'm part Time Lord.
Oh, nice. Do you have a sonic screwdriver?
I do. Yeah, of course I do.
Of course. Right.
What question is that?
All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us. As always, we are live at 7 o'clock every Thursday, but apparently we have to go to 7:30 because y'all goofballs are taking too long to come roll around and be a part of this. So join us next Thursday at 7 o'clock. Definitely 7 o'clock, not 7:30, even if we secretly start at 7:30. Don't listen to that. Just get here at 7 o'clock so we can do trivia next week. Here, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, Another Wasted Hour, and all those places. If we can't go live for some reason, we'll post to social media. You can get us at Twitter at A Wasted Hour, Instagram and Facebook at Another Wasted Hour, and you can join our super secret group because you were here and you were listening. Don't tell anyone else about it, despite the fact that we're broadcasting this to the internet. It is Another Wasted group on Facebook, and that's where we talk about the show and ways that we can innovate and make it more fun for everybody. And there's pictures of dogs and cats and kittens and things. I'm not even saying that like I'm trying to get you to come into a van. That's like legit. So go join us there. Until next week, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and go get your vaccines. We definitely want to see you in real life here soon. And look, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's possible we might be able to do that this year, which we couldn't say for basically a whole year. So until 7 o'clock at Thursday next week, everybody take care, be safe, and we'll see you then. Good night, everyone.